Hello and welcome to Martin Maths. We're continuing the Foundation Maths GCSE preparation, looking at paper 2 of the 2023 series. Question 1 says write down two factors of 18. Think about them in their factor pairs, 1 and 18, 2 and 9, 3 and 6. So any two factors there, I'll choose 3 and 6. Two numbers that multiply together to get to 18. And do look out for the paper 1 videos. They've been recently done as well in 2 parts. Question 2, write 0.9 as a fraction. Remember that's the tenths, so 9 over 10. Changing 7 meters to centimeters. Well, 1 meter is 100 centimeters, so 7 meters would be 700 centimeters. These are each worth a mark, so try and aim for a mark a minute over the whole exam, but try and save time by getting these 1 mark questions done quickly. I've got a whole couple of videos on that on the start of a paper. Write down a square number that's between 10 and 50. Well, I know 5 squared is 25, 6 squared is 36, and 7 squared is just in that category, 49. So I could have even done 4 squared to be 16. I'm going to choose 49 as 7 squared. Work out 50% of 240, so that's a half of 240. You could use a calculator, but I can work that out by dividing by 2. 240 divided by 2 is 120. You can also use your calculator with decimals and do 0.5 times 240, and it'll give you 120. Okay, question 6. Lydia works for 4 hours. She's paid £50. How much is Lydia paid per hour? So 50 in total over 4. Again, it's a calculator paper. So if you've got the tools, let's use them. 12.5, so £12.50 per hour. Here's a 3D shape. Write down the name of this 3D shape. It's a cone, like a conical hat. And then we have to draw a sketch of a triangular prism. So start off with a triangle. Use a ruler if you can. A prism means a shape elongated. So a 3D effect there and dotted lines for what you can't see. Not the greatest sketch, but that's the rough idea. And that would give you 2 marks. Okay, we've raced through the first few questions, as I'd hope you'd do in an exam, to get those 1 mark questions done quickly. So we've got time to slow down and start to really read through questions now, because those first few questions don't have a lot of reading, whereas as you can see now, we need to spend a bit more time to understand a question. Curtis needs to buy some items for his sports club. Here are the prices: footballs, hockey sticks, cricket bats, tennis balls. He wants to buy 5 footballs there. Hockey sticks, it's 6 in total, but there's £30 for 2. So we're going to get 3 lots of that. 23 each times 2. And tennis balls come in groups of 4, and he wants 4, so 1 of those. So I will use my calculator here. £9.50 times 5 is 47.5. That'll be 90. That'll be 46. And that'll be £5. So £47.50 plus 90 plus 46 plus 5. Get £188.50. And if he's got 200 to spend, well, 200 is greater than that, so he definitely has enough to buy all that. Okay, question 9 is a kind of combinations question. Harris is buying a shirt and a tie. He has a choice of 3 colors of shirt and a choice of 3 styles of tie. He's going to choose 1 shirt and 1 tie. List all the possible combinations Harris can choose. I'll use, as they've done there, the letters W with plain, W with striped, W with checked. So I've done all those. Blue with plain, blue with striped, blue with checked. And gray with plain, gray with striped, gray with checked. And there we go. That should give us 2 marks. Right, question 10. There are 24 red counters and 40 blue counters in a bag. Write down the ratio of the number of red to blue in the bag and give it in its simplest form. So 24 to 40. They're both multiples of 2, so I can reduce that to 12, 20. Still multiples of 2. 6 to 10, 3 to 5, and that's its simplest form. 3 to 5 there. Okay, let's move on to question 11. Rima is going to roll a fair 6-sided dice. Choose the word that best describes the probability that the dice will land on the number 3. It's a fair 6-sided dice. Well, I know that it's 1's 6th chance of landing, so it's not even, it's definitely not certain. It's not impossible. It's unlikely. It can happen, but 1/6 is not very possible. Not very likely, sorry. Choose the word that best describes the probability that the dice will land on an odd number. Well, the numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. If they're all fair, then, 5. There are 3 of them, so it'll be evens. Okay, a car travels at an average speed of 37 miles per hour for 3 hours. Well, we'll work out the distance the car travels in the 3 hours. Calculator paper, 37 times 3, 111 miles. Okay. Question 13. Milo is trying to find the area of this rectangle. He writes the area is 400 because 5 times 4 times 5 times 4 is 400. What is wrong here? Well, area should just be length times width once only. So 5 times 4 should be 20 square centimeters. He's multiplied everything together, only to do once. Anya works out the area of a shape. Her answer is 86 centimeters. Explain why her answer cannot be fully correct. Because she's used a length metric rather than a distance. It should be 86 centimeters squared. Okay. Question 14. 3 kilograms of flour costs £4 and 5 pence. 5 kilograms of flour and 6 kilograms of sugar cost £11.85. Work out the cost of 2 kilograms of flour and 5 kilograms of sugar. Okay, so 3 kilograms of flour costs £4 and 5. Now, I'm going to work out what 1 kilogram is worth then. So divide 4.05 by 3. So it's £1.35 per kilogram of flour. Now, I can work out what 5 kilograms of flour then is. Times that by 5. And I get £6.75. Okay. I'm going to then subtract that from that 11.85. So I do 11.85 minus 6.75 and I get £5.10. So 6 kilograms of sugar is £5.10. And divide that by 6. So it's 0.85 pounds per kilogram of sugar. So I've got my per kilogram price for flour and my per kilogram price for sugar. So I want 2 kilograms of flour, so multiply that by 2 and multiply that by 5. So 2 times 1.35 is £2.70 and 5 times 0.85 is £4.25. And if I add the two together, I get £6.95. Okay, so the main thing there to do is to get what 1 kilogram was worth for both flour and for sugar. So £6.95. Quite a tricky question to work through. Sorry, I just had to scroll down there for a bit. Work out what 1 kilogram is worth and then multiply up. So this was the 2 kilograms of flour and this is the 5 kilograms of sugar. Okay, do have a look through that. This is why I ask you to save time early on in the paper because these questions take a little bit longer. Right, question 15. This will be the last question for this video, and then do follow on for the next video for the rest of the paper. Martha and Nabil share £120. Martha gets 72% of the money. So let's do 0.72 times 120. So 0.72 times 120 is £86.40. And she then spends 30% of the money she gets. So 0.3 times £86.40 is 25.92. How much money does Martha have left? Well, £86.40 minus 25.92, £60.48. And that's 3 marks there. Okay, that's up to question 15. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And do look out for the next video with the rest of the questions. Good luck for your exams.